Okay, now that we've finished making our player, it's time to create our own unique level for our game. In game design, which so many of you really enjoy, the art of creating individual levels is called level design. And it's an important part of the game making process. So we're going to be using the Move tool up in the upper left-hand side of the screen here. And if we look in our hierarchy, we can find our obstacles, right? So we have asteroids. If we select them, right, we can see that they're highlighted, and we can even see the green collider boxes that are sitting on here, right? So there's already some components added to them. So if I select on asteroid 9 and I look over, we can see that it has a polygon collider attached to it, and I could adjust the boundaries of that. Right, well, what we'd like to do is go ahead and set up your design. So I'm going to go ahead and just start moving objects around. If you use the Move tool, you can just use your green and red arrows to move items out of the way. You can also grab the box in the middle, which is blue, and you can just click and drag it out of the way, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and set up a quick level. I'm going to whiz through this. Okay, once I've arranged all the obstacles in the method that I'd like, you'll see that this white bounding box, which is our main camera, this is the view that our main camera has, right? So you can see the white bounding box, and this shows us our game view. So our goal is to go ahead and move our ship here, and I'm going to set my player in place. And we're going to go ahead and try playing this game. If you want to make an easy version of this level, place the platforms close together and put most of the asteroids near the bottom of the screen. If you want to make the level harder, like I think I have here, place the platforms further apart. Enter play mode to test your level, and test your game. I won. Okay, so your task is to go ahead and arrange a scene of your own, right? And then after our scene is made, our last step that we're going to do today is called a player prefab. All right, and a player prefab is a way for us to use this player character in multiple scenes or multiple levels without having to recreate it every time, right? So if we want to use this we're going to use this in our next Unity activity, we're going to make a prefab, and it's super easy to do. Prefab is a asset that lives in the project view area, and we can add it to different scenes. So let's do this to do it. Let's go ahead and select player, right over here in the game object hierarchy. And I want you to click and drag it into the prefab folder into the project window, right? So here's our prefab folder, right? And what we're going to do is we're just going to grab player, and you're going to drag it into the prefab folder, right? There we go. Once your prefab is in the prefab folder, you can use it in any other scenes in this project. We're going to build a second version of this on Wednesday and Thursday, where we're going to add more functionality and customization to it. So that's the end of our tasks for Monday, Tuesday. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to take a screenshot of your scene and then drop it in the Dropbox as a picture. All right, so one last thing to do before we go is we should save our scene. So now that we built our own level, it's time to save it. You're going to go up to the Remix Me section, click on the three dots that are here, choose Save Scene As, and you're going to give it a name. Let's go ahead and name this Level 01, and it'll be saved in our assets folder. listed right here under level 01. Okay, now that we've saved our scene, if we go over to the top level of our assets folder, we can see it's labeled level 01. It says level 01 up here. Let's go ahead and drag our level 01 into our scenes folder. So now if we go to scenes folder, we should find our level 01.